Hi, I'm Mark and welcome to my home office. Thanks for signing up and putting your email address on the previous page. On this page, you're going to get the video that comes as part of this training program. After you've watched it, please check your email inbox for the first in a series of emails that you'll be receiving over the course of the next 30 days. Now, during these emails, we're going to be covering all the aspects of your business that you should be looking at, including prospecting, leadership, lead generation, positioning, and a whole lot more. Now, whilst we cover a lot of areas, we obviously can't go into much depth. So what we've done is we've put together a special report for you called the Insider Blueprint for MLM Success. It goes into a lot more detail, so let me just give you a quick sneak peek of it now. This 57-page special report is packed full of information. Here are the chapter headings, just to give you some idea. Your mindset, lead generation, MLM leadership, marketing fundamentals, copywriting power, your online real estate, traffic goldmine number 1, stats power, the big secret, traffic goldmine number 2, positioning and objections, it's big and it's blue, and scaling for growth. Now, some of these chapters are up to 7 pages long, so not only do they go into a great deal of detail, it's great practical advice you can put to use in your business straight away. For example, there are templates, there are emails you can swipe and deploy, there are recommended tools, websites, books, and a whole lot more. And as I scroll down the book here, you can see page after page after page. I'm not even halfway through yet. And believe me, this is not fluff. This comes from real in-the-trenches experience from six-figure earners. What you'll learn in the Sponsoring Makeover training series will give you a really good foundation, but this report is going to help take you and your business to the next level. Now, reports like this are sold online every day for $20, $30 or even more. But as our way of saying thank you for trusting us with your email address, we'd like to make you a special offer today of just $4.95. If you'd like to get that and grab all the information, just hit the Buy Now button below. Now, we do appreciate that you might like the time to get to know, like, and trust us a little, and that's fine. We'll be making the report available to you later in this series, but just to let you know, it will cost $9.95 then. So it's up to you. Grab it today for $4.95 or just wait a little and get it for $9.95 later. Okay, that's about all from me for now. I shall let you watch the video. We hope you enjoy it and I'll speak with you soon. Hi, so welcome to your 30-day Sponsoring Makeover Transformation series. Right, let's get going. I'd like you to meet Joe. Joe is 32 years old. He's married with 2 kids. And he works as a claims admin in a large insurance company. But between you and me, he's secretly bored out of his brain. Because he's always been ambitious, you see, and he kind of really is getting itchy feet to do something different. Added to the fact that he and his family are $20,000 in debt. You know, just the normal stuff. Holidays, gifts, televisions, the golf club. So Joe gets to start thinking, maybe he should do something about it, because, you know, he is ambitious and he wants to move ahead, and he has got the debt hanging over him. So he thinks about, well, maybe he should start his own business. Now, what can he do? What does he know about? Not much. Okay, real estate investing. He's heard that that's pretty profitable. Well, in today's market, not so much. Buying a franchise. Now, that normally guarantees a better rate of success. But the cost of getting in, I mean, we're talking $20,000, and if you want to get into McDonald's, what is that? 250, 350, 500,000? So he heard a friend of his did some stock trading. That all went very well for a while until about 2008, wasn't it? Yeah, bit risky that, especially with 20,000 already on the credit cards. And all those emails that come through, and then the post, you get so much junk mail. Joe didn't fancy those either. They all sounded a bit, well, you know, dodgy. So anyway, one day, Paul meets Susie. And Susie tells him about this juice company she's involved in. This is a special juice that comes from some South American citrus fruit or something, he remembers. Interesting. Susie says the juice is great though. Apparently it helps with weight loss, it reduces your cholesterol, it helps the immune system. It feeds the brain with lots of good nutrients, and it's good for the skin and nails. Woohoo! Sounds like a winner. Joe starts to get very excited because Susie tells him a bit about the business. He can start his own business. He can work from home, be his own boss. There's nobody to tell him what to do, and there's the chance to make some really good money. This sounds very interesting, so Joe goes over to visit Susie again, and she goes through it all with him. She explains the compensation plan, and then how you attract prospects. She says you need to make a list of everyone you know. Talk to your warm market first. You can maybe stand outside Walmart and hand out flyers because there's lots of people there, and they've just been grocery shopping after all. And you can put stickers on your car. And then, of course, she takes him through the comp plan in more detail. So you get 2, and then if those 2 just get 2, and if those 2 just get 2, and so on. Joe's very excited, and he signs up and gets started. He starts talking with all his family and friends, the people at work. He even makes a couple of business opportunity presentations. Things are looking good. He's off to a good start. Because you know what? Cousin Paul just signs up. Excellent. The money's going to start pouring in now. Joe's very happy. But then suddenly the no's start coming in. What? $5 for a box of juice? Nah, forget it. What is this, some pyramid scheme? No, I've told you, go away. Not as easy as Joe thought. He starts to get a bit depressed. So he speaks to Susie. Hey Susie, what's the trick? I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and you're doing so well. Well, Susie says, have you checked all the company literature and all their training programs? Go through that at home and check it all again. All right, so what do I need to do? Make a list? Yep, done that. Talk to my warm market? Yep, I've done that. Handed out flyers? Yeah, and some business cards. Got a sticker on my car? Yep, both sides and the back. So Joe decided to do some research online, and he found out that there's this thing called Google. Yeah, apparently it's pretty big online. So he decided he'd try some of those AdWords that they keep talking about. So this is the first ad he placed. Work from home, new health product. Taking the world by storm, great comp plan. Go to www.thejuiceco.com. Joe loaded his account up with $100 and set it running. 2 days later, $100 was completely gone. How many people had signed up to his downline? None. Maybe I'm not being aggressive enough, thought Joe. So this was his next ad. Make thousands from home. New magic juice cures 99% of all health issues. 2x4 matrix equals easy money. www.thejuiceco.com/Joe. You see, he was getting smarter this time round. Or so he thought. One day he was checking his emails, and this one appeared. Dear Joe, this is to inform you, blah blah blah, violated our terms of agreement, da-di-da, your account is now suspended, permanent basis, oh-ho, no grounds for recourse, oh dear, love Google. Joe's account was shut down. By this time, Joe was completely confused, not to mention more than slightly depressed. He thought he was doing the right thing by following what his upline had told him, but it just wasn't working. One day he was in the bar with his friends, and his wife burst in and she dragged him out onto the street. And she gave him the biggest lecture he'd ever had in his life from her. What is this? She'd just seen the credit card bill. $500 and then $100 each month? What's all this about? She said. I know, said Joe. I was just trying to help. I thought if I could build a business, then we could get ourselves out of trouble. His wife was very understanding, however. He was a lucky man. Listen, if you really want to make this work, because you've always wanted to work for yourself, why don't you go back and have a look and see if you can figure out what you've been doing wrong all this time? So Joe went away, he thought about it for a time, and he had an idea. Because he'd read somewhere that success leaves clues, And he thought if he could study what those successful people were doing, then maybe he could find out what he needed to do to succeed as well. Because there had to be a way, because he'd had emails about it, he'd read about people online making lots of money, and Susie had told him about people in their upline who'd been making thousands a month. So he made his mind up to figure out how he was going to succeed. So he went to presentations and he watched what people were doing. He bought some books and read them. He bought some online courses and studied those. And he began to see what he needed to do and what he needed to change. He found out that to become a leader, you need to become an expert in a particular topic. You need to add value to others so that they see you as someone to look up to and someone who can help them. You need to offer great information, and you need to build a relationship with them before you try to sell to them. And he learned to get prospects and to be in a position where they're approaching him as opposed to the other way around, that he needed to learn lead generation and how to drive traffic online. He needed to learn all about conversions, and it all starts with low-cost offers. So you drive traffic to a squeeze page, capture people's information, and then later you sell to them after you develop the relationship by using great conversion techniques. And to position himself as a leader, Joe learned that he needed to act like a leader and develop an abundance mentality instead of having a scarcity one, which meant just not being afraid if people said no. He learnt that by doing this he could become the hunted, not the hunter, because people were after him. And he learnt that he needed to interview prospects to see if they were worthy of a place on his team. And to stand out from the crowd, Joe learnt that he needed to fish where others weren't, so that it was easier to find prospects. He learnt that he needs to go really deep on his subject and become the go-to person, so that people were naturally attracted to him. He learnt that he needed to keep up to date with new trends and learn what was happening in the marketplace and what new techniques were being used. And he learnt that he needed to build a team, not just within his downline, those people with complementary skills to his own, but also to outsource some of the more mundane tasks that he was too busy to deal with nowadays, like doing his bookkeeping or keeping his website up to date. He realised that the crucial factors were investing in yourself. That's why he read the books, and that's why he bought and studied training programs. And it went to another level again when he found a mentor. But you know, the biggest difference that Joe found was, for all the studying and all the reading and all the listening, the biggest difference was when he took action with the information he had in his hands. And then he began to find real success. So I bet you're curious as to what happened to Joe and how it turned out. Well, the great news is he became a diamond in his company. And he managed to pay off all his family's debts. In fact, he did so well, his wife was able to quit her job and she joined the business. And because her skills were different to his, she attracted a different crowd and she began to make some good money too. And then to top it all, baby number 3 is due later this year. So I hope you enjoyed our little tale today. And as you see from the video, that there are a great number of clues you can pick up from winners. And there are some definite steps you need to take if you want to succeed and build your downline. So I'd urge you to go now to your email inbox and check for email number 1 from us in this sequence of emails you'll be receiving over the course of the next 30 days in your sponsoring makeover. And if by any chance you don't get that email, please send an email to support@sponsoringpower.tv just to let us know you haven't got it, and we'll make sure that you do. Okay then, hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to talking with you again soon. Take care.